Hello and welcome to the Blizzard stream. I am your host for this month, Tom Short of Hot Storm Productions. I hope everybody is going to enjoy this episode of the Blizzard cast. Broadcast. I've already ruined it. Of the Blizzard broadcast Avalanche. Normal service will resume next month, I hope, because I'm not so sure that Jonny would ever want to rebook me to do this ever again. So let's hope next month we've got a better host lined up. But for now, let's go into the news. So it's September 2022, and I'm not a particularly political comedian, but there's been a fair bit of politics this month, so easy even for me. So Boris Johnson finally resigned. No final leaving party was arranged.
And we've all taken it badly, but not as bad as Tom.
Hurrah!
Well, good, thank you.
All right, yeah, just concerned for Tom's well-being.
I know, that's a hell of a post to hold for this long.
I thought he was doing a minute silence for the Queen or not.
In which case, he must think us beasts.
You went to the wrong show.
Really did. Oh no, I'm the.
We've all swapped names.
We're promoted.
Oh yes,
All right,
I'm ISHI.
Finally, right. So, first things first. We're going to go to my adverts for various supplements that make you a clever internet boy. So buy those; they are important. And then, what is it with vocal minorities? What are we going to do with them? Ugh.
Put them in Blizzard.
Oh, I'm so bad at internet. Sorry. Although this shows that just because you're thrust into the position of hosts doesn't mean that you should be. So we can all learn. Have we heard? Has anyone heard word from Tom? Has anyone checked any chat? Hello.
Oh, hurrah! Magic.
I'm back, and I've got more political jokes.
I think it's bandwidth that you need.
No, it's what I need is more politics.
Okay.
Right. Here we go. But what point did that cut out?
The leaving party for Boris Johnson.
Right, there we go. Well, I just unfortunately also had a leaving party. It was hosted by Sky Broadband. So there we go. I shouldn't start that again. Okay, I apologised off screen for how bad this would be, and it is proving to be a prophecy coming true. Right, so Boris Johnson finally resigned. No final leaving party was arranged, not due to the Partygate scandal, but simply because they did not know how many of Boris's children to invite. Yeah, that was worth waiting for. Unfortunately, not even Boris knew. Liz Truss, this is the point where it cut out for me, and I was like, oh no, I've ruined the show, right? Liz Truss is the new Prime Minister over Rishi Sunak, answering the question of who would Tory party members vote for when the options are both marginalised members of society. A white person. It's always the white person. The Queen died within 48 hours of setting up Liz Truss's government in what can only be described as history's biggest, fuck it, I'm done with this shit. There was a week of national mourning, which was described by many in the UK as really fucking boring. Nothing fucking good on the telly. The Queen's queue stretched for over 5 miles, took over 12 hours, and won the Guinness World Record for the most British thing in the history of the world. Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby were petitioned to be sacked, not after Philip Schofield's questionable behaviour, which lawyers advised me to not talk about, but if you Google it, it is out there, or for turning the energy crisis into a mid-morning dystopian game show. But they were finally sacked after jumping a queue, which was later awarded the Guinness World Record for most British thing in the history of the world. Prince Andrew has announced that he will be looking after the Queen's corgis. The corgis are chatting to their lawyers to see if they can get a £12 million payout at some point in the future as well. The government reversed the ban on fracking, and anyone with any knowledge of how the environment works was quoted as saying, "for frack's sake." And with that, we're going to go into meeting our guests. So can we meet the team captains, please?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. With us today, we have got ELIOTT Simpson and Laura Monmouth. How are you both?
I'm fine. I'm just Googling Philip Schofield's questionable moments in history. So there's quite a lot here. If you want to do Elliot first, because I'm reading so much about Gordon the Gopher here. Karen.
I was going to say you want to be Googling his theatre school. That's where the juicy stuff's at. Elliot, how are you?
I'm here. I'm queer with a failing career. Hello everyone. I'm doing all right. Just surviving. Oh, I guess I should do my visual description, shouldn't I? For visual description, people watching, I've got blonde hair, blue eyes, white skin, and I love pink flowers, which makes me a member of the Valerian race. I'm wearing a black cardigan and underneath a white button shirt with little white wine bottles on it because Joe Lycett has made being right wing very fashionable now.
Fabulous. And do you have anything to promote this month?
Oh, well, as always, every month I host a comedy night in Glasgow called the Diversity Quota, which is an inclusive, accessible, diverse comedy lineup where you can see such diverse sites such as 4 different bearded white men and a selection of gay Scottish female comedians. And by that, I mean any Scottish female comedian. And next month, if anyone's out about in Edinburgh, I'm doing the Edinburgh Horror Festival, where I'm doing a show called Dr. Bonk's Macabre, where I'm going to be a plague doctor hosting a cabaret show of spooky drag and burlesque acts. So come along for that.
That sounds genuinely amazing. When is the Horror Festival?
That is like the last week of October. So from like the 27th to like the 31st of October. So come along to Edinburgh to the Banshee Labyrinth. There's all sorts of fun storytelling and poetry and comedy and drag and burlesque stuff happening. So it'll be a fun, spooky old time. That's
fabulous. Do you know what? In all the like commotion of my internet going down, I forgot about the describing people because that was something that I got told. There may be like describe the appearance of the guests, and I'm glad that I have not described anyone's appearance, just because I'm not so sure I've got the testosterone to have the confidence to be able to do that. And I don't feel like I ever will. So, Laura, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Let's give a description myself, shall we? So I'm currently wearing a Donkey Kong T-shirt. It's questionable about whether I'm naked below the waist. I have a weird. Can we see this weird kind of brown stain on this wall? It's the microphone. I need to point this out. I don't live in. It's genuinely the shadow of the microphone. It looks like I've smeared something up the wall. Glasses, hair, and I'm looking pretty awful today. So thank you for asking, Tom.
Well, am I glad that I did not describe you as looking pretty awful today? On the show, and they appear to have shit smeared up their walls Monmouth, how are you today? Have you got anything to promote?
Only the Twitch stream, because I am currently not gigging. So twitch.tv/Angel Interceptor, where apparently, and I didn't know this until yesterday, and I've already got through to the second round, I'm nominated for Best Retro Streamer in some awards somewhere. It's very weird. I didn't know that was a thing, and then somebody came in and told me, and now I'm trying to make it not a thing because that's too much pressure. Anyway, the only other thing I have to promote is I'm not gigging because in a month's time, I am going in for some surgery. Yay!
Oh, well.
Yeah. The reason I'm telling you this is because it's the same time as ELIOTT's thing. So if you want to see some real horror, come down to Brighton, Nuffield Theatre, and you can witness it. It's probably going to be messier than ELIOTT, so come on down.
Is there going to be any
Can't compete with that.
Say again?
I said, is there going to be any live streams of either of the shows?
Of either of the shows?
Yes.
Mine doesn't count as a show.
Oh, I'll see what you're doing there. Theatre.
Surely it's in the eye of the beholder if it's a show or not.
Yeah, I'm not live. I'm not live streaming it. Maybe someone will film it and put it on YouTube.
Oh.
That won't be me, because I know that this is a thing that genuinely happens. They do it and they stick it on YouTube as research material. So I might have to sign something which allows that. That's going to be fun.
Oh, but Laura, what an excellent opportunity to do a great Twitch channel points reward. Let the people vote. Give the people what they want.
Hey, what are we doing this month? No. We've already discussed TOS now.
Fabulous stuff. So that is our team captains for today, and we're going to go into meeting ELIOTT's team, which is ISHI Khan and SAETH Wheeler. Hello, how are you both doing?
Good, thank you.
And ISHI, I'm going to go left to right. ISHI, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. So I am, I would say, misty buff kind of colour. I've not quite checked it against the B&Q chart, really, of where I stand on the scale of brown, but it's kind of brownish, olivey, that kind of skin tone. I've also got rainbow sort of smiley faces across my face as a tribute to the backdrop that you have. I'm wearing a red t-shirt and a purple jumper, and I have what else can I say? Oh yes, and there's a pink smiley face on my nose.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
And ISHI, what are you promoting this month?
Okay, so gigs-wise, I would say follow my social media because I usually pop it on there. But the big thing I've got to promote is Leicester Comedy Festival, taking my show there in February 2023. So put those dates in your diary, which will be Thursday the 8th of February and Sunday the 15th of February. Save those dates and come and have a play. And it's all about love and being a migrant, and a Muslim migrant at that, and how to break up or not break up, or be dumped or not be dumped. I don't know, something like that anyway. But there will be props. There'll be silly props.
Fabulous. I mean, I'm a big fan of prop comedy. I think it's brilliant. Could you give us a little, not necessarily a preview, but like what's your favourite prop that's in the show?
My favourite prop is a device I've invented. It's an anti-upskirting device. So I've been going around the country asking if it is Dragon's Den worthy. So I really need people to come and give me the thumbs up on it being Dragon's Den worthy. Just following what Rishi Sunak said to the 4 million who fell through the gap for no government support, was just to go and retrain. So I came up with a device to deal with upskirting. Yeah.
Fabulous. That sounds amazing. And SAETH, have I got that correct?
Yes, you have got it correct. In terms of a visual description, I'm wearing a very stylish khaki shirt, long copper hair, and my desk lamp has turned my skin the exact same shade, and eyes that you could drown in like a lake with no safety warnings. And that's basically it. In terms of promoting things, my next confirmed live gig is actually also with Blizzard, and it's the live show on the 14th November, which I'm very much looking forward to. There may be a fun anecdote about how a firefighter helped me discover my sexuality. So come along for that.
Fabulous stuff. And for those of you who don't know, Blizzard is on Gulliver's in the Northern Quarter in Manchester. It's a fantastic night, and also there's also a stream afterwards which they put out. So if you can't make it down in person, there's the broadcast like a week or so afterwards, if I'm correct. Sam, what day does it normally come out, if you don't mind putting that in the chat, and I shall mention. A week later, so fabulous. So there's something for everyone with Blizzard. I think it's brilliant. Okay, that was fantastic. That was Elliot's team. Nice to meet you both. And we're going to meet Laura's team, which is Eddie French and KATH Marvellery. How are you?
Well, thank you.
Great, thank you.
Fabulous stuff. I'll just go left to right. So, Eddie, would you mind giving a description of yourself?
Yes, I am frightfully male looking for someone that's so non-binary. But yes, I have got a dead butch face. It's a white one, but I didn't choose it. Dark hair that is pushed backwards under some headphones, black short sleeve shirt with I don't know if you could make it out, but it's a bit of cloth with an old encyclopedia sort of printed on it on the yoke, sat near some old dead media that digital. So that's what I am, with my favorite type of eyeliner, which is yesterday's. That's how I wear mine.
Fabulous stuff. And Eddie, what have you been up to?
I've been gigging as much as I can, stand up and stuff, also doing improv with Discount Comedy Checkout. No, wait, come back. Yeah, so been there doing that too, and been very fortunate to have been involved in the IC News podcast, written by Sam and produced by Sam Gore. Every week, I've been on that a lot lately, playing different people. So listen to that. That's where you can find me most regularly these days. So listen to that.
Fabulous stuff. And I'm sure that Jonny will be able to put links to all that kind of stuff in the chat. KATH, how are you?
I'm great. I say great, but I've actually been down with a back injury for a few weeks. But apart from that, I'm terrific.
Well, I'm very pleased to see you vertical currently.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'll describe myself for the viewers at home. I'm quite white fair. I tend to get rosy cheeks. I currently have highlighted my rosy cheeks with pink cockatoo earrings. So these are called galahs in Australia. I love wearing bird earrings, and I also have a vintage top with some shoulder pads. No, not shoulder pads, I pull them out, but puffed sleeves. Hair that desperately needs a haircut that's getting quite direly long. And behind me, I have a blurred background that could be a bookcase or could be a pile of rubbish. It's hard to tell.
Fabulous stuff. We may find out the answer to that throughout the evening, perhaps.
It's a combination of both. I can see banana peel, so I don't think I'm unblurring it.
Right, fabulous stuff. So that's Laura's team. So
Sorry, could I promote
stuff.
one thing?
Oh yes, sorry. Honestly, I have Jonny.
It's all good. I'm not making an official announcement, but just look out for my socials in about a month. There is something launching in about a month, but I also wanted to give a call out for anyone who's in travelling distance of Manchester. The Women in Comedy Festival is about to be happening in October, so get yourself along, look for that as well. So I just wanted to support everyone putting on shows there as well.
Yes, fabulous stuff, and it's an amazing cause. I want to say they're around about, it's like heading towards their like 10th year of running it soon. I
think it's actually longer.
Really?
Yeah, because Hazel set it up originally, and she told me, I think, a while ago. So I think it's actually, but it's grown up in scope. Obviously, it's getting bigger and better since Jess has sort of taken it over.
Yeah, I memean, only the other day I saw a post about how there's going to be like a stage in Piccadilly Gardens for it, which is like really good for the scene. Fabulous stuff. So so come and see Kath at the Women in Comedy Festival. That is amazing. Okay, we are going to go into our first game, and we are 3 minutes early. So. So the first game is called Fake News, which is I've been told to write a quick introduction for fake news. News that is fake. And this round involves each team being read 3 headlines, 2 of them real and 1 of them fake, and the teams have to decide what the fake one is. So we have got first up is Elliott's team.
Oh.
And your 3 headlines are Asparagus fortune teller predicts King Charles will abdicate next year. Islamic State turns to NFTs to spread terror message, and Tory MP accuses new KATH translator app of having a left-wing bias. So which one of those is your fake?
Oh, see, we think gang. I've done this game a few times before, and I always find that, at least when Jonny writes these, I feel like they always tend to like make the most. The one you want to be true tends to be the fake one. And the Tory MP accusing KATH translators of being left wing, it seems almost too realistic, which is why I'm inclined to think that one's fake, because it sounds almost too real. But what do you peeps think?
Yeah, my inclination is the asparagus one is true, because that sounds like something that an agricultural that we would do. And NFTs are very big at the moment, so I think I'm with you, because also like KATHs are quite authoritarian, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to figure out how does the asparagus fortune teller work? Do they tell by how bad their smell, their pee smells? How they tell whether they're right or not in their predictions? I
wonder if they hold the asparagus up, they put it in hot water, and it depends which way it flops as to what the.
It's a very sensual way of fortune telling. But yeah, very British. I feel like. But I'm a say if I think they're right. I think I'm inclined to think asparagus and NFTs might be true in that, because it seems too. I want to believe it so much. I think it must be fake, the Tory MP one. But I don't know if we're all in agreement for that.
Yeah. I'm in agreement for that, because I would like that to happen. But I feel like it's too good.
It seems too obvious that a Tory would do catcalling. So I think I'm going to go for the Tory MP KATH translator one then. I think that's our choice for the fake one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's reveal which one. Do we reveal? There we go. You were correct.
Fucking nailed it, peeps. Fucking nailed it.
Which means that I believe I'm in charge of dishing out points, and I'm going to dish out, because you were correct, which is something that I never managed throughout my entire time in school. That's worth at least, and I was there for 5 years at the very least, that's worth 5 points. So well done you. All right, fabulous stuff. So we are going to go into Laura's team, and same thing. You've got 3 headlines. Let's work out which one is the fake. So the first one is Windsor pub accepts pre-decimalisation currency in honour of Queen Elizabeth's 70-year reign. Chess genius accused of using anal beads to cheat during £300,000 tournament final. Or Ben Stiller and Sean Penn have been permanently banned from Russia.
Okay, I know one of those is right.
I know 2 of those is right, which is a real shame. So,
oh God, that takes out the entire.
I know. So
don't say words.
Entire round. Okay. What we should do is pass it over to.
I say that now. I could easily be wrong.
we should pass this over to Kath. See what Kath knows.
I know that Ben Stiller and Sean Penn have been permanently banned from Russia.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's correct. However, this chess genius, they have been debating in the news as to how this chess genius could have been cheating.
Yeah.
And this raises an interesting proposition. Also, because I'm not sure how you could communicate.
Remote control.
Remote control, yeah. I was like...
Remote control and Morse code.
Yeah. So
is it by Bluetooth or something? I don't know if muscle control kind of shelters you from Bluetooth if you're.
Yeah,
I just think about the said that chess genius accused of using anal beads to cheat during a £3,000 prize tournament final.
Yeah, and I know there's a comment from our tech person pointing out that you can get remote control vibrators, but I've never thought about that in the context of anal beads, and I don't know about everyone else.
No, this is what's making me think that might be the other one, because the Ben Stiller and Sean Penn one is definitely right. What were you thinking, Eddie?
It's just surprising. Sean Penn has not actually been banned from Russia as a result of any of the current problems. It's just that Putin's a huge Madonna fan and is the only one who remembers.
So it's the classic Jonny technicality, is it?
All other world leaders are pieces of shit in regards to this. Only Putin's standing up to remember Madonna. So, puts everyone in a really hard position, doesn't it? So they both there was a huge number of people. They just suddenly went, right, who is American, and then just who have people heard of from America? They're not allowed in. So yeah, that one is. I love the idea of a Windsor pub accepting pre-decimalisation currency, and it would have behooved them because currently it's probably worth more than legal sterling right now. So that are probably just the weight of an old penny would be enough, to keep the fires burning for a little bit. But I would have possibly believed it more if it was like a West End sort of Pearly King and Queen type pub. But isn't
Windsor? Isn't there a palace there?
Yeah, Windsor's pretty posh.
Yeah, it's quite posh, which does make me wonder how many pubs there are there.
Well, everyone was queuing outside palaces after, and I was like, where are we supposed to go in Manchester? And they're like, you can go to this one square in the centre. Because I was like, we don't have a local palace that people can go lay flowers at. So I don't know. I quite like that idea. I quite like that first one.
The royal family didn't keep a pile in Manchester, did they? I suppose. Not where they were frequently spotted.
Yes.
Are we going for the Windsor pub?
I am certain about the Ben Stiller Sean Penn.
Yeah.
And I know a chess genius has been accused of cheating. I just don't know if
whether or not anal beads
is one of those classic Blizzard flourishes that gets added to things to throw us off the scent. I'm not.
I feel like the middle one sounds like a flourish. I feel like the Windsor pub accepting
It's I read last night about the Chess Genius, but I only read half the story. And if there was a story about anal beads on the bottom of the story, I'm disappointed in myself.
Other theories include anal beads and coughing.
See, that's fine. That's all it takes. We're going for Windsor pub, right? We're going for Windsor pub.
I think Windsor pub is unlikely because, because I don't know who's. It would be who has pre-decimalization currency other than like a Maundy Thursday like set of like silver sixpences,
or somebody that's just kept a pocket full of old 5p's. Oh, sorry, shillings. Since 1965. Windsor pub.
So we're going for Windsor pub. Let's have a see what is the false. It was the Windsor pub, so well done.
Well done.
The chess genius was heard saying upon being asked, "Are you cheating?" They were heard to be. That was their only. That was their only defense. Okie doke. So, I'll tell you what, before we go into the next round, I feel like I should describe what I look like since I've not done it. So I can be described as looking like what someone looks like when someone finds out that you're into a thing, and then that becomes the thing that people buy you as presents. So I'm currently wearing a Rick and Morty hoodie, a Rick and Morty hat, a Rick and Morty t-shirt, and Rick and Morty socks, because that's the only thing that I'm into now, according to birthday and Christmas parties and presents. I have brown hair under my hat. I wear this hat because I'm at an age where I could conceivably be balding, but I prefer to make people guess. And I've got a beard which can be described as the beard that 90% of comedians have, and that is, have they bothered? And the answer is no. Right, so we're going into our next round, which is 1,000 words, which is our picture round. Once again, a little bit that that I've been asked to write about introducing this round. This is our picture round. That's it. The whole panel will be shown 2 artist impressions of news stories over the past month, and they have to try and guess what news stories the picture is referring to. And we have got points going out for the correct answer, but I'm also giving out bonus points for the best gags. So bear that in mind when you see the picture. Sam, are we all right to get the picture up for Elliott's team?
Oh, is it? Do you want to visually describe it first before we start guessing?
So I will describe this. This can be described as some police officers who are leading out. Is that Jeremy Corbyn?
If it is, you're not supposed to tell us. We're supposed to guess.
Oh.
Don't give away the gags.
It's can be described as leading someone away who could have potentially upset the media and press, and potentially be blamed on the state that the country is in for the last 5 years and the next 5 years and probably the next 5 years after that, even though they've not been in any position of power for the last 2 years. So what are you going on about? They're in front of some gates, and there's a lady in pink, and there is a small child in blue. There we go. We've just got confirmation. It isn't actually Corbyn. It's just someone who has upset the establishment. So basically...
Oh, my joke's gone then.
I love that we have a fact checker for your host.
Can we? This is a free fall for everyone, isn't it? Sweet.
There you go.
Okay. I was going to go, it's a hens do entertainment, isn't it?
Is it a village people look-alike contest goes disastrously wrong?
I thought it was an image of. Beg your pardon. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just an image of a justifiable arrest for wearing a dress shirt tucked into jeans, which was roundly applauded by all corners of society in a unifying moment much needed.
I still want to know what kind of hen parties a KATH's been to where that is the scene.
Many.
I think you guys are all wrong. I think he's been busking and therefore has been arrested for public safety. If you look at his mouth, you can clearly see that's the mouth of a man halfway through Wonderwall.
I was thinking that too, except his singing was obviously so bad that it wasn't like there was no like.
It did strike me as like an aging Danny Filth when their busking license expired. But
this is actually footage of Tom earlier on, halfway through a joke, freezing.
I think this is actually. I think the adults here are pulling focus. I think actually the caption under this was, "Today I seed a real arrest. It was bad man who had crimed probably and now lives in the jail with the robbers. I wore my best green shorts and had a KFC on the way home. Best day ever." That's why he's looking so delighted.
It was Joe Jackson.
I'm intrigued by
different for girls.
Boy. I'm intrigued by the little boy who's just joyous. He's just like, yay, finally I get my first outing at a riot.
So joyous for someone who's obviously had his leg broken, because that is not a natural pose.
I was thinking that I've never seen a human child where the legs sort of become the other side on their way down. But I'm wondering if the three in the middle are they're reviving Moulin Rouge, and I'm wondering if this is the new kick line. And if it is, it looks shit.
I think it's what it is. It's a hip hop album cover shoot spoiled by Cheerful Boy. really taking away the gritty element.
Just missing the parental advisory sticker in the corner.
They'll just put that over him and it won't be so cheerful anymore. I'll be fine, yeah.
The little boy's so cheerful that I feel like he's the responsible for calling the police officers. Like, yeah, it was him, it was them. They did it.
He's a grass. Oh.
Yeah, absolute grass.
Are you suggesting this is someone innocent? That little kid's just got on the phone and said,
Yeah.
wow, what a little shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I bet he's got that same thing as the one of Orphan. It's just an actual adult crime genius. But presents as a child permanently, and they go, no, my stepson is the one who did it. It can't have been me, father.
Yes.
Maybe the kid is Prince George. He just framed Gandalf for adultery. What about it?
Framed Gandalf for adultery?
Coleman's out the window. I'm trying to make it the next white.
No, it's a sentence, and that's something I want to see.
Are these the three?
Sorry.
It's okay, you go.
Yeah. I wonder if it's the audition for the next reality show. I'm going to be Britain's next Prime Minister.
Oh, yeah, that actual show is happening. I forgot about that.
Was it Britain's Got Talent? The audition.
We quite clearly don't.
Is it also, could it just be the last remaining police officers in London Met who haven't been accused of misconduct? Like, do they just these three? It's the reverse of that, though. But
I think I actually did hear the actual news story this is about, though. I think it's believe a man was arrested for wearing a blank piece of paper.
Oh, do you know? You said that so convincingly. I was like, oh, this must be the actual story. That was not the actual news story.
Is he shouting about why the officer who's linking his arms is wearing like disposable gloves? Is that where the pained expression and the shouting's coming from?
I mean, I can see the answer, and I can say No.
Oh, okay.
Why have you had very bad blood circulation?
this poor copper's working double shift with Reynards. It's not all right.
Is it a very formal conga line?
So I'm worried by the guy in the front who has completely black eyes like a shark. I'm wondering if police get new power to sniff out one drop of crime in crowd.
Maybe he's got black eyes. Maybe the guy's shouting, "They're not real people. They're not real," and that guy's just blinking his pure black eyes just for a second, and then the camera cuts away, and you go, "Oh, he's right. How chilling."
You're next.
Oh no. It's like that Smile movie. I've seen it. Now it is going to happen to me.
Maybe the police are rescuing him from the scary faceless smudge people in the background.
One of them.
I hate the faceless smudge people.
Always turning up.
Right, I'm gonna try and refocus us all and say, does anybody have any idea what this actually could be?
Sorry that our hijinks got out of hand, Tom.
Surprisingly, no.
Oh,
I did think it was the guy yelling out, "Not my king," but then you're saying it wasn't the blank piece of paper. Guy, so I'm thinking not.
It is not that. It is protesty, though.
HS2 protest?
I don't think HS2. I don't know why I said I don't think, because I know what the answer is. So, no. It's a good answer, but it's not quite right.
Someone protesting against Liz Truss's instalment?
Oh, you're so close. It was 6 arrested after Extinction Rebellion protest inside the British Parliament is what we were looking for. You were so close, yet so far. Oh, in case you're also wondering, you know the fantastic description that I did previous to was going into this round. I've got the official description that Jonny wrote for the image, which is a crowd of people outside a gated area. 3 cops are escorting a screaming man away looking grumpy. A small child has a mischievous smile behind them, which is basically what I said. So on to the next image.
A mischievous smile, though.
Okay, so I'm gonna incorporate that into it now. I'll give my own description, then we'll find out what I should have said. So have we got the next image up? Yes, we've got the next image up. Okay, so this here is Parliament, and it's either a statue or a chimney. There's a bunch of people in rain max, and I think my gran is in the forefront, wearing a tea cozy on their head. There's someone with an umbrella, there's another person with an umbrella, and there's a person in the middle, possibly Bez from the Happy Mondays, having a bit of a dance. And that's what the image looks like, for anyone who wanted to know what the image looked like.
This is KATH's hen party that she was talking about.
You go to different ones to me.
I think it's a story about how attendance was very high for this year's boat ignoring convention. Back to the river there.
This is 20 years later. The first 3 people trying to get into the system at Nottingham GIC finally reached the front.
It looks like a trailer for Mortimer Whitehouse and Gemma Collins gone fishing.
I thought it was like a paparazzi snap. It was like caught napping, al fresco snooze for Queen drummer Roger Taylor yesterday.
I think this is just the British summertime, isn't it?
I think this is just British people participating in our only national hobby, which is driving somewhere quite a long way away to get out a folding chair and sit in the rain.
Except one of these 3 has done it whilst impersonating Sigmund Freud.
Are they just waiting for the ice cream van then?
Yeah.
Very possibly, yeah. So they can all.
You can't go home. It's illegal to go home before that turns up.
Because then you've got to complain that a 99 is now £2.50.
£9.50 in the Peak District post-COVID lockdown.
I think it was actually an environmental issue. It was bridge visitors oblivious to high volumes of noxious gas being pumped out of Houses of Parliament.
Could this be a London Bridge protest? People obstructing it going up?
It is not a protest.
No, I think this is the Council of Elders who are going to be responsible for all the decisions in Britain when our government finally breaks down on, what, Thursday?
Fingers crossed.
I think it's the that asparagus fortune tellers.
Cue for the asparagus fortune teller.
Yeah, it's from the future. That first person that Tom, you said was your gran, is actually what Liz Truss will look like in about 2 months' time.
It's a high pressure job. No two ways about it.
I think this might be an affordable housing initiative in London.
Yeah.
Open air housing, it's all the rage at the minute.
Apart from Bougie over there with the umbrella.
River views.
You're not allowed to look at the river. That's extra money if you turn around.
That's so London.
I genuinely once viewed a flat where I went in and there were no white goods or anything anywhere, and the landlord went, "Well, no, we find tenants tend to supply those themselves." And I was like, "Yeah, like if there was no roof." You're like, "Yeah, of course there's no roof, but most tenants tend to bring a tarpaulin themselves."
I've never met a tenant without a hat. Thank you.
Well, they've hats and umbrellas, so they're sorted.
Yeah.
Oh, planned ahead, definitely.
And unfortunately, that flat still cost £3,000 a month.
And no pets.
So, do we have any guesses for what news story this may be?
I'm just looking at the very Muscovite hat and looking at the bearded guy and the umbrella, and all I can think is rah rah Rasputin, Q 10 days to see the Queen.
Oh, do you know what? That is what it was.
It was Rasputin.
He came back from the dead.
It was Boney M.
It's a Boney M revival, really.
He siphoned the energy of Liz to come back alive.
True, and they threw her in the river again, much like Rasputin. But yes, it was a 5-mile queue to view Queen Elizabeth II's coffin. And I'm going to give you the official Blizzard item description, which once again is just basically what I said. 3 people are sitting next to a river. One has an umbrella. One has a hat and is drinking from a cup. One has their arms folded and wearing a hood. A clock tower and structures are visible behind the river. More figures are out of focus in the distance. I'm smashing this hosting job.
I've genuinely been looking at that thinking that the guy in the middle's doing like some kind of whistle with his mouth. I did not realise he's drinking. So to be fair, you've done very well, Tom, because now I've learned.
You thought the one in the middle was going, cool, look at her, she's nice. Sweet Sue, hello, darling. Ooh.
I thought he was eating his own hand out of boredom.
Equally possible.
You can't lose your place in the queue.
Chewing off a thumb to leave in the queue. Just nudge that along, William.
I'm going for a wee.
He's in your trailer running back home again.
And with that, it is time for people to be able to go for a wee because we're about to go into our first break.
Oh, good.
Honestly, I run everything to time, and by that I mean I don't do enough that it overruns. So everyone can thank me later. I'm gonna get up the comments thread, see if anyone's put anything in the chat. This is what I think ruined my internet before. So if I go again, I will rejoin and do a whole load more political gags.
Tom, I think there's something after the break that looks like it's actually meant to go here in the running order.
No. Well, I'm smashing this.
Okay,
hosting
no
gig.
worries.
I'm smashing. No, I'm pretty sure that we're in.
Brilliant.
Yeah, thank you.
Woo.
I'm starting to question myself. Then, I feel like I should announce the scores as well. So pretend that this bit isn't the break. Pretend that I did this before I announced the break.
Renegade Maverick.
I know. So Elliott's team is currently on 21, and Laura's team is currently on 20.
Oh, loads to play for.
Indeed, it is. Indeed, it is. So yeah, I'm going to do it on my phone actually, because my internet went. Your internet is unstable, so it's definitely that I had the Twitch chat up, which doesn't speak very well for me doing a stream this week.
I genuinely love the back of your phone cover.
Oh yeah, it's from it's a fidget toy.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's from the pound shop. So this here cost £1. I always get upset whenever I go to the pound shop and something doesn't cost £1. I've advertised it.
Yeah, I've often gone in and they've offered me a bag for 20p and I've said, no, £1, please.
Well, you are correct to do that. Whenever I go to F&F, I'm always not F&F, Pep and Co. That's what's joined up with Poundland in it. They go, well, actually, that T-shirt is £9, to which I just throw £1 at them and then run out, and they call it shoplifting. But I think I've got the moral high ground in that. Okay, so I'm just going back as far as I can go. Gray of the Earthling said, if they were in the anus, then you'd need some pretty thorough nudity to prove they weren't there. Now, I'm assuming that that's to do with the anal beads and the chest thing, but because I don't have the context, I'm just going to assume it was to do with this show. Then Sam said, if you're being safe, there's a bit that sticks out so you don't lose them. And it's definitely about the chest thing, isn't it?
If it's not, I don't want to know what it's about.
Well, I agree with Sam that there should be a bit that sticks out so you look like a sexy Beyblade, ready to. And then Sam put, but I guess if you're doing it for chess, so yes, we've got confirmation it was about chess. And then Gray the Earthling said, aye, but if you're resorting to anal beads to cheat at chess, then you're probably a bit of a maverick. So I agree with you, Gray the Earthling. Maybe you allow it to go up and then let the NHS sort it out for you. And when they're like, how did you do this? You just show your trophy.
Another chest-based injury.
I mean, that's what's really causing the NHS crisis.
All of
A&E is
these.
just full of people with horrible injuries caused by chess.
There's all these challenges on Chess Talk. They're just trying to make, can you do the Queen's Gambit? What's that? Get this 8 set of anal beads, right? What? Yeah, no, it is that. Sounds devastating.
Yeah, it's a different scene in the Thomas Crown affair, isn't it? When Pierce Brosnan goes, if he just lets some anal beads out, please.
Although it would explain his singing in Mamma Mia.
and his accent in the Eurovision film.
I've not seen it, but I'm sure it's wonderful.
It's dreadful. It's awful.
Oh, things can be both.
even though I'm going through these in order, Gray the Earthling said, when you say all of this out of context, it suddenly sounds weird, which I'd agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. But I'm the one saying it, so, it's fine. I'm happy to be weird. Okay, and then... Andrew said, surely they... Pardon? Oh, Andrew Taylor said, surely they come out eventually, right? I'm not sure if they do, because otherwise, why would you go to the NHS? Surely you just wait. I'm sure, right? I'm aware that this is a light-hearted comedy programme, but I'm pretty sure that if stuff's up your bum that's not meant to be up your bum for a long period of time, like your bowels stop working. Isn't that a thing?
If they're so far up there in the bowels, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know what the bowels are.
How much did he want to win this chess match that he was willing to stick them straight into his bowels?
I don't think that's what bowels are.
Yeah.
I don't claim to be a doctor.
Good.
But I'm sure maybe you will be.
Because that is a crime.
We're learning a lot on this show. And then Andrew Taylor said, I would be concerned if a cop was wearing those gloves. Oh, this is about the image, isn't it? If a cop was wearing those gloves, he might have come straight from the chest cheat inspection, which I think is a valid.
Oh, his side job in Subway.
Or he could work at the airport. Is there any other case where you would wear those gloves? Might have had dishes to do, and those were the only things to hand.
Could have been one of those tattooist police officers that we hear about all the time.
Could have. Might have just had really poor circulation. Weren't even gloves.
I'm just going to say, I've just risked it. If you do Google chess anal beads and then do an image search, you do get a delightful picture from a couple of newspapers showing what the chess player looks like next to a demonstration of anal beads. And I just find it wonderful because they're just demonstrating to people who have never seen anal beads before.
Does it have that great thing in newspaper pictures where it says the chess grandmaster pictured left, just to make it clear that they're talking about the person and not some anal beads? That was my favourite. That was it was a good few years ago now, but there was a famous lion that was shot by some poachers, and I've forgotten the lion's name.
Cecil
the lion, and it said Cecil's brother, pictured here, brackets, also a lion. Someone really needed to make up that word count, didn't they?
One of my favourite photos that's happened to is like a really old photo of a guy playing bagpipes to a penguin in like the Arctic, and someone said a member of the expedition left plays the bagpipes to an uninterested penguin.
Was it sort of a fairly? Was it like one of those sort of Arctic expeditions from like 100 years ago? Where
yeah, either that or someone who was really like committed to the period reenactment.
Oh no, it was someone from the Sealed Knot.
They get everywhere.
They really do.
That final picture, it didn't occur to me until after. That was us in the passport queue trying to get my boyfriend his passport renewal before we went to Australia. You know, like 24 hours out, queuing at Liverpool. With everyone else in the whole of the UK all there going, we need to go on holidays.
That's the thing. You were in the queue, and it's like if you went left, you'd get to the passport renewal, and if you went right, you'd get to the Queen. What to do?
Holiday or funeral?
Mind them. You go and see the Queen and get your passport on the way out.
That'd be an efficient service.
That's probably why we didn't do it.
We were packing up at 5:30 in the morning because apparently if anyone needs this information, you need to get there. They'll only let you see people in advance up to 2 days before. So, and then they prioritise everyone in the queue. And you have to get there at least a minimum of like 2 hours before opening. And I took my chairs, and my boyfriend's like, we don't need chairs. And I'm like, trust me, because it's also psychological. Like, we're not leaving until you give him a passport. Like, we are not leaving. We are settled. We are comfortable. We've got chairs. So take your chairs as well. Everyone was very jealous of the chairs.
I would have taken a wicker hamper and a blanket as well.
Yes. And we should have brought a thermos, I would say. That would have amped it up, yeah.
Apologies for cutting out again. If ever you needed another reason to not like Rupert Murdoch, it's that he cut me out of this Blizzard comedy stream twice now, because I'm sure it's specifically him. Gray the Earthling, I think, because it just pops off the screen, said that he thought it looked like Julian Assange in the picture, that we had before.
Oh, yeah.
Dude. It's also been dubbed as the Faceless Smudge Posse, which I think sounds like a brilliant 90s like rap group, the Faceless Smudge Posse. Or Boney HM, which is another. Yeah.
Nice.
Knocking out the park, Gray the Earthling. To which Jonny said that there's been a lot of discussion about anal beads now.
To be fair, I'm still Googling.
And apparently, a lot of the comments would sound weird out of context, but I think anal beads should probably be in more context, I would argue. But Jonny reckons that context is for cowards. and that
the irony is that context is for cowards is sometimes true, but it depends.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, another comment that I've come into probably too late is they shouldn't be fisting on duty, which I would argue that context was probably required for that particular context, for that comment. We're very nearly caught up. I'm very nearly at the end of the break, if everybody's all right to go into the next section.
Should be okay. Just give me a second because I'm currently on eBay looking at anal beads.
Oh, that's.
I wish I was joking.
Oh, I'll get him a shot and outbid Laura.
Well, Jonny has said that no other jobs require gloves, which I imagine Santa's going to be upset about that.
Well, that's the hard-working boxers of the United Kingdom.
They're all going bare knuckle after this lengthy discussion.
Fun.
Yeah,
nice old-timey vibe.
And now we're back to anal beads again.
That nice old-timey vibe.
Jonny's asked, was the picture of anal beads next to the chess champion, was the anal beads to scale?
I'm going to say yes. I'm not saying I have experience of chess people, but yes.
Gray the Earthling gave us a like a little headline, which is Chess Whiz fails to follow through in Bum Buzz cheat bid, which I think that's worthy of a point in itself. You can give yourself a point for that, Gray the Earthling. And Jonny also reckons it's a good job that you didn't get in the wrong queue, which I would agree with. So we're gonna go back in because we've had a 15-minute break, which nearly brings us to time. And now I can't find my document. So carry on the break. Chat between yourselves. Honestly, I'm never getting booked to do this ever again.
I mean, to be fair, I'm currently on eBay looking at anal beads. You think I am? Although weirdly, amongst the no word of a lie, amongst the anal beads, love honey anal beads, I've just come across Mr. Blobby's Hidden Histories. It's the book by the BBC of Mr. Blobby's Hidden Histories.
Wow.
What's the hidden history?
The Hidden Histories is it's a hardback book of Mr. Blobby. It's an actual book, which I now want. It appears to be a genuine BBC Blobby book in amongst the anal beads. I don't know how it would work.
Mr. Blobby in amongst the anal beads. Is that what it's called? I Blobby in amongst the anal beads.
Blobby's terrifying enough. We don't need extra.
That's true. You're right.
I mean, I want to know how the analytics put those two together.
Well, have you ever been to the abandoned Mr. Blobby theme park? I'm not sure where in the country it is, but there is an abandoned Mr. Blobby theme park that could have been rotting for years.
It's in the UK. There's two.
Yeah, two of them. Maybe they're just covered in anal beads. Maybe that's a connection. That's why they closed. There's overrun.
The reason they both failed is because anal beads.
The Blobby branded anal beads didn't kick off. Didn't quite the market the way they'd hoped it would.
It's what Edmonds put on the insurance. Reason for closure. Anal beads.
No deal.
You did make it sound like it was like an infestation of like wild, like feral anal beads, but the pest controllers couldn't rid, so they just left it to rack and ruin in anal beads.
Why are they still selling them if they're like pests, like snakes? Why are they selling them? just my if they're escaping and stuff like from the zoo, then they shouldn't be for sale. There should be regulations.
We've got the next Attenborough documentary there, like anal planets, just like anal whales skittering about.
Somebody get Attenborough on the phone.
Yes.
And as the autumn turns to winter, the beads look for a place to hibernate.
It's not quite cool.
Should you disturb their hiding spot?
Very territorial. Very territorial. Oh yeah. Bad news.
Right, let's go back into the next round. So we have finished with the break, and with that, I would like to remind everyone to donate to Blizzard's PayPal. And can't you tell I'm reading again because I sound competent? So please donate to Blizzard's PayPal. It all goes to performers and helping put on shows like this. You can also help out Blizzard by subscribing to Patreon and get early access to show tickets, discounts, and other benefits. I bought a Blizzard hoodie. I don't know if they're going to do those again, but it was a fantastic hoodie, and I would very much recommend getting on some of the merch that Blizzard do as well, such as bags and patches, etc. You can subscribe, you can cheer on Twitch, and you can also get the merch on Big Cartel site. Okay, so let's resume the show, and we are going into the third game, which is called Gammon Fishing in the Yemen, Tributes to the Queen. And this is a special round where we look at some of the weirdest tributes to the Queen and what happens is, for anyone who's seen the show before, you'll know how this works, but anyone who's not, the nouns have been swapped out to make the text gibberish, and each time we'll have to decipher the truth and try to guess who or what brand made the tribute. So you're going to get 2 points for the correct translation, and you're going to get an additional point if you can get the company that came up with the quote. So this is the question that we're going into for gammon fishing in the Yemen, and it is...
Tom was going to doing his own tribute to the Queen by not saying anything for silence.
What? He needs to stop being in that position because that's the only one he gets frozen in. Okay, everyone needs to recreate it. Okay. So. Just do this till he gets back. This isn't content.
We could be waiting a while.
I know. I thought it was cute for a moment, but...
My jaw started to get tired from like the frozen gift.
Yeah. Realised the last thing I needed was, ending up with cramp or something. Oh, no.
Can we reward patrons with like a shirt with that face as a design?
Yeah, so smash that like button, gang.
I've got a prop that, hang on, let's see if we can get it on camera. A crocodile prop.
Jeez.
It's from a dog toy that I just thought I'd bring up because Tom's not here and we're you know what?
I was going to say, but when you brought it back there, I was a little bit concerned why the crocodile's face was obscured by the blur. What have you done to the crocodile?
It's joined Scary Smush people.
It's what the crocodile's done. We need to
I'm so sorry. I should have
protect its identity until the trial.
I'm so sorry. I saw you jump so badly there, Elliot.
I just when you posted in the Facebook Messenger chat, I opened the window and I didn't see you bring it up, so I just heard it in my ear. I was like, what the fuck is that?
It was
quite shrill.
Warning before I unleashed it. I'm so sorry. It's just like,
You've got the visual description, Kath.
Reaction was the exact same reaction my cat had to that noise.
My cat is next to me, and like when that happened, she just sat bolt upright, and the ears went swiveled full backwards.
Oh no, it's a dog toy. I've disturbed all of the cats. They know that a dog's around. That's what's happened.
High pitch.
Was everybody enjoying the 60 seconds of competent hosting that I did?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I like the show so far.
Yeah, I thought, do you know what? I can't continue on like this, so I purposely unplugged my own router. Did anybody guess the correct answer during my absence?
Oh, we kind of gave up. Sorry.
I did, but it's not my question, which is annoying.
All that excellent running to time you've been doing, we just stamped all over it in big shoes.
It's like my teacher who comes back and goes, so what was the answer to the question then? And everyone's just been throwing paper airplanes, just like bringing out toys and... Yeah, we haven't done it.
I am just basically a substitute teacher for today's stream.
Tom, Jonny sometimes lets us do the show outside.
Yeah.
And we are allowed to go home early on Fridays.
Eddie, do you normally sit there? I don't think you do.
I do actually, yes. Sir. Are you a real teacher or pretend one, sir?
Usually.
Right. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read out the quote this time.
Okay.
Let's see if we can make the whole thing. We are saddened by the debacle of Margaret Quest Elizabeth II, Our threats are with her fanatic and all those affected by this news flash. As a marketing of respond during this timer of national mourning, we will only be postmaster daily forefingers and warranties.
Oh, I hate this round.
I think, could this be the Met Office tweet that they sent out where they were like, the Queen's dead, so we're only going to be putting out like half the weather news that we should be and no national alerts.
Oh, making it forecasts and warnings.
Yeah, that's
Rather
what I was
than-
thinking.
Rather than
We are saddened by the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. Our thoughts are with her family and all those affected by this news. As a mark of respect during this time of national mourning, we'll only be posting daily forecasts and warnings.
That was exactly correct on both.
Oh, right.
Well done.
I've always Captain Birdseye, and I was saying we're only going to be giving out daily fish fingers and water.
I mean, if I was in charge of a government department, then that's absolutely what would end up happening because I've got no organisational skills.
filling the toaster with fish
fantastic.
fingers. This'll cook.
So with that, we're gonna go into Laura's team. Let's see if you can get this.
Oh, is this different
injustice
teams? Sorry, I stepped all over the previous teams. I'm sorry.
Don't you worry about it,
Okay.
Eddie. You're just a bad friend.
Yeah.
That's a bad friend or a bad teammate.
I've got the crocodile, by the way.
You have a
And-
crocodile. I'll just sit the rest of it out.
No, I think we're going to need you for this one.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay.
Let's see if you can get all 3 points, and if my internet can stand being running for me reading out one paragraph. That's the big questions that we're asking on today's quiz. Tearaway Redacted is deeply saddened to hear of the passing of her majority, the questioner, and joins the native and the worshipper in mourning her debater. She lived a remarkable lifespan, and we play tricycle to all that, and she did, and her lasting legislation. Our 3 wheelers are with the Royal Fancy at this timetable.
I think I've got everything apart from Tearaway because I'm an idiot and I can't think what that is.
Tearaway has me stuck too.
Yeah, although I think the royal fancy is a better phrase than what I assume is the royal family. I think the royal fancy sounds like something described in some sort of bodice-ripping novel set near some cliffs.
Royal Fancy.
The royal fancy.
Deeply saddened to hear of the passing of Her Majesty. The Queen joins the nation and the world in mourning her death. She lived a remarkable life, and we pay tribute to all that she did and her lasting legacy. Our thoughts are with the royal family at this time. What is Tearaway?
I don't know.
That's something like that Daily Mail or something.
Well, because it's some sort of organisation, isn't it? So is it like Tenor Lady is deeply saddened to hear?
Why is redacted there?
I think
that's the name of whatever it is. He said it.
Yeah, I think it would. I feel like I'm not cheating too much to tell you that Tearaway is team, but redacted would be the thing that would
You don't think that you're giving us the answer there?
So it's okay. Team.
Can't get them the right.
Where's the pose? Where's the Tom pose? Like they're going straight.
Yeah. So team who? Like Team England? Would it be Team England?
Doesn't it always start with the same letter?
It would.
So
redacted.
We don't know what letter redacted the redacted word.
Yeah, so it could be.
Team England. I think they'd call themselves the the England team, wouldn't they?
Was it Team England in reference to, like, was it reference to football?
Is it Team Jacob from Twilight?
Yeah, I'm probably.
Team Jacob
all of the werewolf fans are really sad about it, whereas the vampire ones are a bit more, you know.
Well, they can't queue during the day.
That's true. Not without blinding all the other people there.
Team
Barclay Devils. Okay, we're being sorry, live. We've been given a clue.
Pizza
really
Express.
likes this place.
Pizza Express.
Team Pizza Express, is it? Okay, so Prince Andrew really likes it, although he's never. No. Just... And that goes for everyone watching as well. No one is to tell Tom that we received assistance from a voice which I believe people watching cannot hear. So
maybe it's the nightclub.
oh, wait a minute. He's nearly back. Or is he? Oh no.
Everyone assume positions.
So once again, in my
Pizza Express, we worked out ourselves. Thomas, Pizza Express.
Pizza Express, and we got the rest right. So
Pizza Express, thanks. Yeah,
they did all their own.
Yeah,
all the points. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to.
It's happened again, but this time he's saying you can't just not simply walk into Mordor now. Look at him.
Just for my own peace of mind.
Sure.
So this time I'm going to introduce my koala, which doesn't make noise.
Oh, God.
So no cat warnings, and I can't do voices. So yeah, there you go. Hello. It's like sushi, but it's a koala.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Less sweary because.
Oh God, if we're getting puppets out.
Yeah, I can't do voices, otherwise this would be far more useful. Oh, yeah, we got Tom again.
So yeah, I would like to know what you working out of Pizza Express was.
Basically, we worked out the rest. It was really obvious once we got the rest of it. So we just worked out. Well, it's probably something to do with Prince Andrew.
Mm.
And I remembered it, I think I remembered it.
Mm.
I think I read it somewhere. I read too much news that week.
Yeah, we totally got it. Yeah, but there's nothing else to do, so. We definitely got it by ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. I trust you in that I don't trust you.
Well, I think even if you to ask the other team right now, they would agree that we got that all by ourselves.
And could there possibly be a less biased group than the opposing team?
Exactly.
Yes.
They would agree. This is all board.
I played a lot of Among Us with Laura, so she is very trustworthy.
Just remember, everyone with the cat, I do have something here for you.
So I'm gonna ask the other team: are they telling a lie?
This has changed games. It's what I like.
Yeah. I wasn't briefed for this. This wasn't in my contract.
One team got the door to death, the other to success. You have a single question, Thomas. Ask.
Am I allowed to host a private Zoom call with my team before we respond? Need to confer.
Just past our spin doctors.
No, you are not.
What do we reckon, Pete? What should we say? Dave, ISHI, help me out here.
mean, the sheer fact that you went, what are we going to say? There might be multiple versions of the truth here.
It's really hard to describe the brilliant deductive reasoning that our team went through, though. I don't blame you for trying to come up with a simple way to describe it to Tom.
But basically, like we can go through this because obviously it's Team Pizza Express. The next word is deeply, deep pan, right? It's a clue. We got it.
And I was thinking England originally, and then, depths of the brain, I remembered, slices.
Also, lifespan is on there. Rhymes with deep pan. I'm obsessed with deep pan. I'm sorry. Like there were so many clues, it was obvious.
Also, nothing
Royal
tickles the
fancy. I'm going to stop here because I'm going to get myself in trouble.
and nothing tickles the royal fancy like franchised Italian cuisine.
Thanks for pulling that one back.
We didn't quite remember if it was Domino's or Pizza Hut or, whatever else it could have been, but, that we zoned in.
We were this close to saying Zizzy. This close, but...
Okay, well, I will accept that as an answer purely because
You're too kind.
My internet is run by like a clockwork fucking mouse right now. So
sounds adorable, and I want to see that show.
Well, this is where the pilot will occur at the end of the broadcast. So we're gonna move on, just because I'm not entirely sure whether or not my internet could possibly last another lie on its bandwidth. Okay, so we're going into the next question, which is: everyone at Redacted is deeply saddened by the passing of her Major the Queer. We offer our sincere condoms to the royal famine. We join together with the pepper of the United Kingfisher and around the worm in mourning her lot.
I don't know, it'd be two of them. Okay, well, obviously, Majesty the Queen offers sick condolences to the royal family, join together people of the United Kingdom around the world in mourning for her loss. Well, yeah, I guess. Right, okay, never redacted. It's so annoying that they all sound the same. The same generic doses they can give to anyone. Any thoughts, team?
If you say Pizza Express again, I will not believe that you came to that naturally.
No, this one's quite clearly Carluccio's.
I thought it was Frankie and Benny's.
I might have an idea.
Go on.
Okay, the fact that the words that it was substituted with mean anything, because we've got both the queer and condoms, and I'm wondering if it's maybe like a sex toy company.
Oh yeah, is it random the words you choose, or is it deliberate?
Yeah, it is random. You're not gonna.
That'd be fun then if you made like a fun clue. How is it that there's something else in this? There's no. This sucks.
I was trying to apply escape room thinking to it. It's not that deep.
Everyone, search your walls quickly. Look for numbers.
So I will give you a clue. In that it is, it's something to do with. I feel like this might narrow it down a bit. It's to do with like the arts as a kind of general kind of what's the word, like industry. So it's in the arts industry somewhere. And it's not something that you would necessarily connect with the royal family. In fact, if you look into it deeply enough, probably not even. It's actually quite anti-royal if you look into it deeply enough.
Is it the cast of Hamilton? Is this press statement?
You're not a million miles off. You are not a million miles off.
Oh,
So theatre, you're in the right ballpark.
Got it. It's a cast of cats.
No.
Pellicles.
No.
Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon. It's not the Book of Mormon.
It's a musical.
Yes.
All right.
It is a musical.
I'm
Back to
trying
the
to think,
Future.
like,
Well, this really ruffles my Andrew Lloyd feathers.
Leave your Lloyd Webbers out of this. Like, I'm sorry, team, but this is frustrating me.
Do you know what it is, Laura?
Yes.
Oh,
Do you hear the people do Blizzard?
Is it? What the name is?
Oh,
It's Les Mis. It is Les Mis.
yeah, let's say that. Yeah, right. Yeah, anti-monarchy thing should have been. They should have been.
Yeah, the
Which is
problem is, I was sitting there going like, how is the Lion King anti?
Well, they do kill off.
I mean, the proper
They literally kill
continent.
off the king.
I mean, the proper continent that where the royal family did steal a lot of shit from. So, still makes sense.
A musical set during a period in which everyone cut off the heads of the royal family. So, you know, what that says about their message is up for debate. So everyone at Les Miserables is deeply saddened by the passing of Her Majesty the Queen, and we offer our sincere condolences to the royal family. We join together with the people of the United Kingdom around the world in mourning her loss. Les Mis.
they signed it that Les Mis.
That's what I've got in front of me.
Oh, fair enough.
Presumably, that's what they did.
I like the idea that they sign off as just nice. Anyway, lots of love, Les Mis.
That's why they didn't rebrand as Les Liz.
Out of respect, we will not be using any guillotines in tonight's performance.
It's what she would have wanted.
Nice performance. As usual, the gentry will win.
Yep. Tonight's performance, the entire cast has been replaced by Paddington Bear.
Marmalade, multitude.
In order to preserve her legacy.
I was really enjoying all the sudden like art that depicted Paddington as like this sudden sort of psychopomp figure to guide her to I was about to say the underworld, to heaven.
The next place.
Literally, the first thing I saw was somebody just posting that picture of her and Paddington like going off into the distance. I did make the joke there, and then just like, is he taking it to heaven? And then people just added the text to it, just like, "I will guide you, Mom," which also means that Paddington's dead.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when like authors of different things, creators have made something, and then that author has passed away, and the characters that they're associated with sort of. She met Paddington once.
Yeah, if I was a corgi or a swan, I'd be fucking pissed right now.
Exactly.
They've worked so hard on their branding.
They did. Like, literally, they're the only two animals she'd ever been associated with for literally 100 years, and then all of a sudden this bear comes along last minute and takes her spot.
Michael Bond didn't get that shit when he went, so seems unfair.
So we've got I believe this is our penultimate question for this round, which is we're going into. It's with great sadness that we acknowledge her major domo, the Query's passing. For 70 yearnings, she stewarded us through the darkest and brightest daylights. Thank you, your major domo, R.I.P.
Great sense of knowledge, Her Majesty.
Wait,
What is a major domo? If that's been taken from the dictionary, like as like a near,
It's a happy sounding minor domo.
wait, so do this one? Like, why was it us again? Shouldn't it be Laura's team this time?
With one less flat.
Did we?
miss one. Oh,
Oh, do you know? So is this cask in 70 jumping lusts? Do you know what? I was going through it, and I wasn't entirely sure how to turn this into a question. So I thought my brain had just basically broke. So, Laura, question.
You don't get the major domo.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's going later.
This is much better. Fucking hell.
Can you see why I was like, I feel like my brain has broke here. Laura, said specifically Laura.
It's like a Christmas song with numbers, like
It looks like it.
Yeah. Oh.
Cask in 70 jumping lusts. Straight into 6 fruits, 2 music ups, 25 med balloon clearing, £20 stroke £14. Can you see why I thought I was having a stroke when I read that? I mean, would Jonny be dead upset if I skipped this?
All I'm thinking is it's basically your duty, because after the last question, which just you had to work out who the redacted was, this, which is the worst thing I've ever read. And I've read a lot of shit. This is the worst thing I've ever read. And yes, I shall blame Jonny. Where'd you start? Where'd you start?
Could we get a perhaps a few points?
The answers.
I could perhaps sing this. We could get some alternative points for a different rendering of the question star, perhaps. I don't know. I just throw you under the bus, Eddie, because I know you're an improviser too.
If only the next question after this isn't just some random recipe with the words changed, and then at the bottom it says R.I.P. the Queen. Right, I'm going to be really disappointed.
Is this supposed to be the funeral? Like, so the casket goes in. 70 jumping dignitaries of Avalanche.
On the first day of mourning, the Queen gave me 70 jumping last straight into 6 2 music ups, bar roaring, 25 med balloons clearing, £20, £14, 1 minute restoration in Sill. Then 2 route 6 rintic 6 39 walloping balloons, £20 10-inch tarts, £14 9-inch tarts.
Wow.
And an anal bead, Mr. Blobby.
You may be interested to hear that wasn't the answer.
What?
This is point for mutual achievement, though.
Jonny always gives us points for effort.
What we were looking for there was.
Do any of us know what we were really looking for there?
Is it one of those mad, like, post-morning gym workouts? Like, is this supposed to be like jumping lunges that minute, that many minutes rest?
You know what?
6 reps, two pull-up. Well, not pull-ups, obviously. 2
muscle ups.
Yeah, I was like, muscle ups doesn't work, but 25 medium burpees.
Medium burpees.
Yeah, half-ass them.
Whatever.
You got your beats and you're not interested. And
You know what? Weirdly, you are not a million miles off what the answer was, which makes me go, have you been all cheating again?
What?
I think it does look like a program, a bit.
It's framed that way, and also there are weights in there as well, aren't there? There's £20, £14.
Well, we had
6 regular dips.
39
we will look
walloping
good.
balloons riding through the summer sky.
Wait.
To be fair, I couldn't get past a 10-inch tart, so I was always scared.
That might be weighted burpees. Just your half-assed ones, you have to be weighted burpees.
Shouldn't we just all blame Jonny and just move on from this debacle?
Weighted
yeah.
barbell?
Weighted barbell.
I would like to point out, you got jumping lunges right.
Okay, is it 6 repetitions?
6 rounds, 2 muscle ups.
Oh, that is a
I don't know
thing.
what
It is muscle ups.
What's a muscle up?
Yeah, we were just like, I'm sorry, muscle up isn't a thing.
Because when you start to get an upgrade.
Look, that's what I've got written down in front of me right now.
Honestly, Tom, we've got half the answer right and we've sung. I don't understand how we're not getting full points.
9 exercise walks.
And Eddie sang really well, and I eventually got there a bit.
Everybody gets points. And when everybody gets
that's all
points,
right.
Yeah.
nobody gets points.
I remember this round being so long.
No.
So we're going to go into the major domo question, to the relief of the entire internet. Now, the bit that I said before, forget you heard that, because I'm going to say it again. It is with great sadness that we acknowledge her major domo, the query's passing. For 70 yearnings, she stewarded us through our darkest and brightest daylights. Thank you, your major domo. R.I.P.
I feel like Laura's teams ones are much harder than ours.
I was gonna say.
It seems before this is quite just a generic one. There's not really anything special about this one. There's great sound of acknowledge Her Majesty, the Queen's passing, 70 years. She stood us through darkest days, brightest days. Thank you, Your Majesty. R.I.P. I mean, there's not much to go on. Again, it could be anyone really at this stage. You've got any initial thoughts?
Well, this is something very British that I think a lot of people would consider very British.
Oh, is it Mr. Blobby?
It's not Mr. Blobby.
Tea.
It's not Twining's tea. When I say British, I don't mean like high-end British. I mean low-end British.
Is it Greg's?
Is it Butlin's?
It's not Butlins. You're in the end of the of British society that you've it's like it's an award. It's like an award kind of company, like a company that gives awards.
The BAFTAs?
It's not the BAFTAs. Lower end award.
Well, hang on. R.I.P. is in all caps at the end. So has that been replaced with a different word?
No.
Damn, that's confusing then. Low-end awards. God,
The only thing I can think of is food safety awards, which is not really narrow.
Oh, you're not a million far. It is food. It is food related.
Oh.
Oh, all right. Oh, goodness. How well versed are you peeps in food related awards?
I once worked at a cafe that had very low hygiene standards, but thankfully got shut down. That's about as much.
All right. Oh, Jesus. Is it like, yeah, it's anything to do with best hygiene?
All right.
The food
I agree with Sam.
standards
You're not.
agency.
It's again. You're not a million miles away. It was the British Kebab Awards.
Oh, how are we ever going to get that?
Yeah, we could have been here all
I
night.
did-
I wouldn't have guessed kebab.
Maybe in the tweet they put, she was a great donor. Maybe then it would have been a clue. But otherwise, how are we going to get that? Stupid game.
Let's pretend that I said that. So let's go back in time. It would have been a great donor.
Yeah, got it. It's kebab. Kebab Awards. Got it.
It's a great Kebab Award.
Whoa, how did I get that? Incredible. Whoa, we are storming this, guys.
Okay, and then we're going to go into Laura's question,
Mm-hmm.
which is: thank you, Ma'am, for everything, for woodcutters, for fanfare, for our naturalist, Sleuth Well.
So sleep well at the end. We're agreed on that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
For woodcutters? For... I mean, A, we don't know who this is from. So we don't know the context of woodcutters and what it could be. For...
Must be the RHS, surely.
I imagine it's for our nation. Naturalist rather than...
For no, not that. For I don't know. But there's so few here we should be able to get them.
Well, the thing is that they all appear to have the first three letters are the same as the word that they're replacing.
Yeah.
So I assume for Fanny is what she's being. I don't know. For
working.
Oh, it could be. That doesn't throw my
for
three
working
letters.
for fellatio. No.
For working for fellatio.
It might help you if you try and guess who said it, and then you might get.
And where would the clue be for that?
Would it be
so like naturalist? I think is quite a good clue for guessing what company it is.
Okay.
Oh, is it the National Trust? Is it for wildlife for
different type of naturalism? Or nature.
Okay. So it's naked people.
For wiping them out.
Is it
Is that what it was?
So it's not RSPB or RHS or something?
Well, the RSPB is the Royal Society for Presenting Bollocks, so it could be.
Sure, more like the bloody Tory party you just described there.
We've lost Tom. We'll never know the end.
No. Okay, this. Okay. Oh. For Kath, you just went very dark then. That was weird.
I don't know. The light's here.
I don't know. I've got no idea.
When my internet cut off then for a brief moment, I genuinely was like, if I get back in there and they've got the answer, I'm going to get you.
It was going to be that, or we were all going to be singing.
I was so...
Oh, thank you, man.
I don't know. I've got no idea on this one.
Whoever says mom,
So in terms of like with naked people, that's kind of a good route to go down.
Is it the Druid Society?
Was it Spearmint Rhino?
Not a million miles away, Eddie. Not a million miles away. Yeah, but there's Spearmint Rhino doesn't have like a shop on the high street.
Oh, was this the one Ann Summers?
It's the Ann Summers one.
Ann Summers. I knew Ann Summers put one out. Oh, in that case, is woodcutters? Is it for women? Was it like a sort of a feminist thing? Yes, that's right.
For women, for families?
Feminism.
Feminism. Yeah, there's feminism.
Oh.
Women for feminism.
for women.
For
our nation, I suppose.
Yeah. So
Right.
it's thank you, Mom, for everything. For women, for family, for our nation. Sleep well. And Summers.
Right.
That's a lot, Anne.
Moving
We've
on
got
to
a new model now. It's got the lids. You're gonna love it. Beautiful.
Okay, so we're gonna go into our next game, which is cancelled. Which is a Room 101 type round where each guest is going to nominate a person or thing from the list to be cancelled and make their argument for it. There's no strict time limit for this. However, bear in mind, we are 10 minutes behind thanks to me having Sky fibre optic. So bear that in mind as you are making your argument.
And Tom has chosen to cancel himself.
So should we just go around? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can. It's not great, but I can. Oh, we got Tom. He can make decisions. We're about to have Tom. So much more exciting when you don't know if, I don't know if I'm going to be KATH or I'm going to be ISHI at any moment. Going to be swapped.
That was your opportunity to all be singing. So,
oh
so,
God, cancelled the musical.
wait,
That's going to be the cringe.
You were singing, it was an instrumental track.
We are going to set up a poll in the Twitch chat, and we're just going to go. One by one. I think I'll go with ELIOTT first. Who's your person to get cancelled?
Oh, I'll change my mind. I was going to go for Paddington Bear, but I've changed my mind. I'm now cancelling Mr. Blobby.
Oh,
I'm cancelling him because he didn't keep his theme park open, so he denied me the chance to ever purchase his lovely Blobby anal beads. And for that, I'll never forgive him. I miss him. I love him. He is a pure physical manifestation of lust. And, but his beady eyes and his anally beads will never know the sweet texture of my inner cavity. And unless Laura can find them on eBay in the next 30 seconds, then I have no choice but to cancel him. Also, he's probably fucked the Queen. I don't know. Let's go with that. I'm giving up. That's it. That's all I've got.
But he has presumably won a chess tournament, so good on him. And we'll go with the other team captain next. Laura, who you cancelling?
I'm cancelling someone that I don't know the name of, but this is a legitimate rant that I've not been able to have because I got first referred down through surgery down in Brighton nearly 3 years ago. However, there is somebody in the heart of government, I don't know who that is, who has decided that every single person that has been referred for any operation, KATH behind me right now, any operation in the last 3 years, suddenly needs to have a re-referral if it was over 18 months ago, which means my operation, which should have been at some point earlier this year, has been put back until next month. And quite frankly, that guy is cunt. And I don't know who it is. I would like to find them. I would like to throttle them.
I think that is a very, very fair reason.
I never get the chance to rant about it, but it's legitimately frustrating. I would never throttle them. Not while holding a cat, anyway.
We will go with ELIOTT's team next. ISHI, who you cancelling?
Oh, so many options. So I think I will go with some guy called Mark, who is a Universal Credit Officer, or they like to give themselves a work coach title, which, let's be honest, it's not a work coach, is it? It's the job search police, isn't it? There's no coaching there at all. So I would like to put him in a bin. Primarily because when we had our first conversation, he tried to build rapport by using an Indian phrase with me just to say, oh, yeah, because I live in Leicester. And of course, I would know a bit of Indian because aren't we going to be great friends? And then he moved on to how he was a big fan of Romesh Ranganathan and said that actually Romesh was pronouncing his name wrong. Right. I was like, really? You, Mark, are telling me that Romesh shouldn't pronounce his name as how he wishes to pronounce it. So, of course, I advised him to tweet Romesh and let him know. So, yes, Mark, the work coach. Yeah.
Mark, the work coach. These are all top draw reasons to cancel someone. I feel like this can be quite a difficult one to pick. SAETH, can you top what's already come before you?
I'm not sure I can, because this has been quite a cat-heavy stream. But I am choosing to cancel my cat. Like, she's gorgeous, but she has no manners. She has no decency. She has no respect for the law. I have a health condition that means that I love her and she loves me, but this health condition means that like sometimes I pass out, and I am like under no I'm under no illusions that should I die, she wouldn't immediately eat my eyeballs. Like one time I passed out and I found her on my chest, practically tying like a napkin around her neck. Like she wasn't in it for the resuscitation. She's not got that loyalty, and I can respect that she's out for herself. And in fact, she's making an appearance, or in fact, her tail is. Yeah, I adore her, but she is definitely planning to eat my face. And power move, but I'd prefer she didn't.
I mean, if you're going to get cancelled for something, I'm imagining eating a face is up there.
Like the Beyond Meat guy that just like bit someone's nose during a road rage incident.
I mean that could very well be the next person who gets cancelled on this stream. Is that who it is? I'm going to go Eddie. Is it the person who ate someone's nose? Is that who you're cancelling?
No, because I haven't been annoyed by them as much as I have. It's a group of people. It's a type of person, I suppose. I like woodwork, and I joined a big group, a UK woodworkers Facebook group for ideas and information on where to get cheap screws, etc., which is all very funny. And if we had time, I'd do a very good sex joke about it, but keep on track. I would like to cancel every single person who, when someone puts up a picture of a really, really nice, very expensive power tool, or maybe a very sort of a nice old sort of vintage, set of chisels, made to a very high standard, possibly, 70, 80 years old, but very well-oiled, etc. Anyone who says something to the effect of, how did you stop the missus from killing you when you got that? Or some other kind of idea that something owning some sort of nice power tool or nice set of tools is somehow going to upset any woman that is near them. Because I just wanted to see them and go, that they are nice, and potentially ask where they got them from, or if there was some sort of offer going on. We just have to wade through a load of banal old men. And that's not why I joined.
That is fair. I and I mean, that does sound more frustrating than someone who ate someone's nose. So,
were it my nose, it would be very different, of course. But as it is, I'm afraid no, because it was either this group or I'd just do the fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers again. But I've already cancelled them once on this show, and although they deserve it, we're going with Woodwork Twats.
Woodwork Twats. Okay, and Kath. I've got to choose the top three, and it's already quite packed in my mind for this poll.
Trolling.
What are you? Yeah, what are you gonna try and cancel to try and get a spot in my top three?
Yeah, you're not going to get this reference, but I briefly toyed with the idea of changing mine to my crocodile, as voted by the cats. But I've moved on. I've moved back to my original topic, which is my bad back. Okay, I'd like to whinge about this a bit. The Queen lasted till 95, and my back gave out 3 weeks ago from too much coughing. That's what get my back out. I was bent when I heard it. I was bent at a 30-degree angle. I couldn't stand up straight. It was like my back became a seasonal pride tribute in solidarity. My boyfriend had to go out, buy me cocodamol that comes with an addiction warning. And while that was not bad, I'd still prefer to be able to do stand-up while standing up. Being stuck on my back in this context gives me 1 star. 1 star is what I give it. On the upside, though, anyone suffering from a bad back, there's something called 10% ibuprofen gel, which is absolutely amazing, takes away all your pain, including any lingering from your childhood.
Fabulous. Okay, so we're going to go into the break now, and we're only 5 minutes behind, which I think is a sign that my hosting duties are back on track. So, for the poll, I'm going to go with Kath's back. I'm going to go with Woodwork Twats and SAETH's cat for you to pick who should be cancelled. There is 7 points for
The
first
trick,
place.
everyone, with Tom, just go for something which rhymes.
What?
Just go with something that rhymes and you get through to the final 3. I see you, Tom.
Well, I've gone with the ones I've going with. You get 7 points for first, 3 points for second, and 1 point for third. It's over to the chat now. It's over to the poll. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? And we're going into the break. Oh, don't forget to donate. Do not forget to donate. Remember, Patreon. Patreon. I'm going to get the list back up. So yeah, there's PayPal, the Patreon, subscribing and cheering on Twitch, and merch on the Big Cartel's website. So hope you are enjoying it, and we will go for a short break. Bet you my internet holds up this entire time, and then 2 minutes into the next segment, it's gonna go right. Now I'm gonna make Tom look like a dick again.
Yeah, really enjoy your chat time, Tom, before the internet goes again.
Yeah. This is the time and the place for it. I'm going to risk having a look at the chat. For anyone interested, the scores are now on. Elliott's team is on 37, and Laura's team is on 32.
Oh, close.
Okay.
Good stuff.
So still all to play for right now. I thought originally I'd be like, Clive Anderson, when they're like, the points don't matter. But actually, the moment that I got a whiff of power, I was like, I'm gonna make everybody work for these points.
Did we get any for the singing?
You got for the right. Surprisingly, no, because I wasn't too sure about the 70 press ups or muscle up bit. I wasn't. I thought it would only be fair to not give anyone any points for that.
Okay.
But I think, you know what? I've just had a look. Genuinely, I'm keeping track, right?
Wow.
I'm pretty sure I gave both teams 5 points for their singing.
Whoop, whoop. Well done,
Yeah.
everyone.
Nice.
Yeah, you're all doing it really well. Right, I'm gonna get the chat up and hope that this doesn't break my internet.
Okay, I'm gonna duck to the loo.
Okay. I'm hoping that we're going to be looking at the analytics and people are going to be like, oh, that was a good show, rather than going, that was dreadful. And genuinely, my internet is so slow currently that's literally all I can see. So I'm gonna have to read the comments in a brief moment. For anyone wondering, we've got Woodwork Redacted currently in the lead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Woodwork Redacted.
Goodness.
Okay, right. I've finally got the comments back up. We've got Jonny said that Gray the Earthling gets the point. So I hope that you're keeping a track, Gray the Earthling. My partner's just messaged me and is like, I'm glad to confirm that your internet is shit. So
you needed confirmation that your internet was garbage.
Well, this was a previous debate on whether or not my internet was bad, or because they were like sending me a picture. They were like sending me a picture last night, and they're like, "I've sent it," and I was like, "Well, I can't see it. Your internet must be bad." And now they are rubbing that in my face, as it were. So that's going to be. Probably held over my head for time in memoriam now.
Until you switch providers.
Yeah, hassle though, isn't it?
Well, more hassle than dropping out 4 times in a live stream.
Yeah, but I do it with style, don't I? I come back in and everyone's like, "Hey, he's back." It's exciting. Will he make it back? Will he
Which
not?
stream have you been rejoining?
No,
We were all very pleased to see you.
And you always leave us in a top tier, like, freeze frame as well. Like, it's always an action shot.
Could I see an impression of some of the action shots that I've been leaving you on?
There was one sent to the message group.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, was there?
Yeah. You look on the Facebook Messenger group, you'll see we're all of us are giving our best Tom freeze frame.
Oh, I've just noticed that. Oh, very cool. Oh,
That's got to
I'm
be
glad I
your
can
new
laugh at myself.
banner.
Otherwise, I'd cry.
Oh, that's happened.
Well, it just happens, doesn't it? Okay. I was literally just about to read the comments again, and it went blurry. Okay, so Gray the Earthling said, again, we've got no context for this. It's some horrible child botherers, like friends of Robert Galbraith. I don't feel like we need any context for that. It's actual feminists confused. And then Andrew Taylor reckons that my internet has impeccable comic timing, which that's if that's not an advertisement for my own stream on Thursday, I don't know what is. And then we got loads of pictures of Mr. Blobby from Laura, and then we've got the anal beads were why Mr. Blobby had a crinkly bottom.
That joke never stops giving, does it?
It's an endless mine of comedy content.
Oh, they called a fictional place Crinkly Bottom, and 30 years later, people are still laughing.
This joke has got more legs than the millipede.
Oh!
And then Andrew Taylor said, I think my local waxing place does the back, cat and twat. I think that's some quality pun work right there, Andrew Taylor. And Jonny then said that apparently you're not allowed to write the word twat in a Twitter poll, in a Twitch poll.
Probably some wokes who've done that, isn't it?
bloody PC gone mad.
Well, your PC's gone mad, mate. Won't stay on the internet.
Way.
Andrew Taylor said that they thought that my internet had cut out, but I was just counting, which I don't know what that says about about my cognition. You may be interested to hear the results of the Twitter poll which is the first place went to Woodwork Redacted, so 7 points. And second place, tied, so we'll give you 3 points each for KATH's back and SIMPSON's cat. So well done there. Well done there. I shall add you points.
My favourite kind of competition where everybody wins.
Oh.
Yeah, if any Gammons are watching this, they'll be livid. With participation points being handed out willy-nilly.
And then we've got Andrew Taylor reckons that the break should be renamed into a round of what was Gray the Earthling talking about, which I think that's got legs, as many legs as a millipede.
Fair enough.
And then Gray the Earthling reckons that the show's overrunning. We don't need to add another round, which I take that as a challenge.
That's also a comment that could have been written at any point during the show.
At any show?
Possibly, yeah.
And then Jonny has said that that doing this poll was a nightmare back when it was called Dickhead of the Month, presumably because of Twitch polls. And then this is the final comment, and then we'll go back into the next round, which is Gray the Earthling said, "Welcome to the broadcast Avalanche, the socialist quiz, where everyone gets exactly the same number for points." Which I'd watch that. Right. So should we go into the next round and break my internet again? Which is the great debate. This is a question time round where the teams will be assigned characters to play, and there is a topic to discuss. We have got our panelists here who are going to be playing a bunch of characters, and the characters are: we have ELIOTT, who is playing Vladimir Putin. We have got ISHI as the Earth. We have got SAETH as a wind turbine. We have got Laura as an XR protester. We have, who's presumably not connected to the internet because it is a resource that is killing the planet right now. We've got Eddie, who is playing... I can't read it.
The CEO of British Drilling and Freezing Company Limited.
Thank you for introducing yourself. And we've got KATH, who is playing Liz Truss. So
A rather rapid advancement for me as an Australian, I have to say, to be elevated to the British PM. That's very exciting. And yeah, thanks.
I'm glad that you're here. Do you have anything else that you want to say before we get into the great debate, Liz?
I also am impressed with the character choices. I don't know. Last time I got J.K. Rowling, and this time I get to be Liz Truss. So someone in the Blizzard team loves me. They're picking me the baddie every time.
So, your first great question that I'm sure is on everybody's mind: should the UK reinstate fracking? Now, I know that you are. Quite pro for this, Liz. Do you want to start?
Yes, well, it's my idea to overturn our 2019 mandate. Mandate's just a funny word for I just want to change my mind any moment. So I've just changed it. We're going to do fracking. It's all Putin's fault. He started a war, and we need energy security. And I don't care about the earth. I don't care about Blackpool. I don't care about earthquakes. I don't care about any of these things. Energy security, fracking, yay.
Fabulous. I mean, we've got one world leader here. I'm just wondering what your thoughts on it are, Mr. Putin.
Have Margaret Thatcher killed. People must understand me. I am actually all in favour of fracking on the condition that we resume this discussion next week when we hear the results of the annexation referendums held in Manchester, London, Salisbury and Stoke. I am confident the people will vote carefully and after some explosive persuasion, whereupon these regions will belong to Russia and we will set very reasonable trade offers.
And I'm sure that that is going to be that's going to be on everyone's mind, especially as people, CEOs might get pushed out of windows within your country. On that note, we do have a CEO in the chat today. Can we pass that over to our CEO, please?
That's right, me, CEO of British Drilling and Freezing. I'm Tony Drilling. How are you doing, son?
Very well, thank you, Tony.
Good.
And how long have you been the CEO of your company?
Oh, it feels like a lifetime, son. But I used to be in pressed meat.
What was
the luncheon, that kind of thing. That's what I used to do. But they thought they needed some of that forward thinking in the energy. So changed my name from pressing to drilling. And now that's the thing with me, though. I always go below the surface. You see, people are very cosmetic these days. So go below the surface, get out the good stuff.
Indeed. Can we pass over to our Extinction Rebellion protester? Because I'm sure you've got some thoughts on forward-thinking, pressing, drilling.
Can't believe you made me put my camera on. Also, you kind of jumped on the joke. Fracking is bad.
of course, I'm sure that's something for us all to think about. Fracking is bad, and who would know more about that than the Earth? What do you have to say about Extinction Rebellion's comments there?
Well, I can see humanity needs to survive. I can see you all need fuel. And actually, I've quite kind of missed all the vibration you've been getting on in my body and all about me for a while by abandoning it. I would say, Liz, if you want to do some fracking, let's try just under you and really get my cracks open so I can swallow you all at once, and that will solve all the problems.
Well, I mean, that is one way to solve all the problems. Some would say that rather than swallowing all the humans, potentially we could look at renewables. That's why we've got our wind turbine on the show today. What's your thoughts on should we reinstate fracking?
I mean, this is a debate that just keeps going round and round in circles, and that's something I'm an expert in. So I can tell you that it's a bad idea. I have to say, I just don't know why you would consider fracking. It's toxic, it's poisonous, it's like all the men in, Liz Truss's life. It's, it's just not a good option. I mean, put me on a landscape, I look amazing. I improve any hill that I'm on. And, therefore, renewables, safe, reliable, good for the planet, and absolutely banging to look at. What more could you want?
I think that is a lot for us to consider for sure. As we go into another thought regarding fracking is the way that we get the gas, which is by drilling shale and pumping water into it, water with oil in it. So I'm thinking the CEO of Pumping and Drilling, is this something that you're for?
Well, of course I am, son. What are you talking about? You take a nice liquid, you put it in some oil, you've got yourself a dressing. What's wrong with you? You never had a salad? You've never lived.
I mean, I've never had oil on a salad because I don't consider myself posh enough to do that. Are you at the point now where you're posh enough to do that?
I think you're setting yourself back, son. You can have whatever you want on a salad. That's the wonderful thing about it. Do you know what I have on it? I have some lovely pressed meat. All the bits that they don't want, put it all together, stick it in, couple of spices. There you go. Lovely. You can have whatever you want on it. And with that in mind, yes, drill the shit out of the planet. It's only going to be here for a little bit longer. Don't you worry about it.
Well, at that point, we're going to pass over to the Earth. Drill the shit out of the planet, to quote the CEO of Big Drilling and Preston. What's your thoughts on this?
I think it's easy for this CEO to say that because given his diet choices, he's not going to be around for very long. So he's not going to be the one who's going to have to deal with a lot of the issues that he creates. So it will be the next generation that will be suffering the consequences of his ridiculousness, Mr. CEO.
Someone else who's not going to be around for very long. We're going to pass this over to Liz Truss. What's your thoughts on drill the shit out of the planet?
Well, I was thrilled to hear that the Earth also agrees that fracking's a great idea, and it sounds like the Earth is well on board for the stimulus that the fracking will entail on our economy. So I completely agree, of course, with the CEO of the drilling and the pumping. He sounds like he's got the right idea. The wind turbine, I don't know if they are as banging as they think they look. I think that's an interesting assertion. And it's not, I think if the wind turbine went onto Tinder, they might find something different. But the wind turbines aren't aren't part of the solution. Fracking is the solution. Growth, stimulus, energy growth, economic growth, stimulus, energy growth, stimulus.
Okay, we're going to pass it over to the wind turbine. Growth, stimulus. You don't do as well on Tinder as you may claim. What's your thoughts on this?
I think I do brilliantly on Tinder. I'm tall, I'm graceful, and I rarely ever kill birds anymore. So,
on the note of rarely killing birds anymore, we've had numerous visits from a cat on the stream of Extinction Rebellion. Can we get your thoughts on rarely killing birds anymore?
We're here. I am here right now against this wall because this wall is sacred. This wall is earth. Drill into this wall, we all die.
On the note of us all dying, we're going to pass over to Putin.
It does not matter to me what you do to your earth. In a matter of weeks, it won't be there anymore. If you do not pull weapons out of Ukraine, you will be dead anyway. I understand the foolish idiots UK people wish to no longer rely upon the warm, generous, Salisbury-loving hands of Russia. What I do not understand is why you choose fracking when burning the bodies of your protesters is a much more energy-efficient means of warmth.
So, speaking of warmth and drilling the shit out of the planet, I want to pass back over to the CEO of drilling. A lot of fracking is supposedly happening in Blackpool. And that's where...
Because you don't get class like anywhere else there in Blackpool. That's the thing. It's a classy way of getting it, you know. Put a bit of water down, get a bit of gas out. Quid pro quo. Liquid pro quo. They only get that in Blackpool, you see, son.
Are you not upset that it might ruin the delicate ecosystem of Blackpool's lovely water?
No, if anything happens, I'm sure there'll be plenty of them do-gooders coming up with their toothbrushes to wipe any crude oil off of any donkeys that get soaked.
On the note of animal activism, we're going to pass it over to Extinction Rebellion. Are you going to be scrubbing some of the donkeys with the oil on them in Blackpool?
I shall certainly be scrubbing a cat tonight.
On the note of scrubbing a cat, Liz, how's Larry, the number 10 Downing Street cat?
Once we worked out that he liked to drink milk, not oil, we've sorted that a lot more efficiently. But he understands there'll be no heating over the winter, so he might find another home actually.
Yeah. Being less excited about oil, we're going to pass that over to Vladimir Putin. What's your thoughts on being less excited about oil, exclusive about Larry the cat?
Yeah, I like Larry. Looks like he would make good hats for my head. Yeah, I find it interesting that if you want to have oil is good, but only good Russian oil. It's healthy, environmentally friendly for you. I find it interesting so many Tories are in favor of disastrous move from rejecting good Russian oil, even though you know that you should think very carefully that my best friend, Alexander Orlov, otherwise known as the Meerkat from Meerkat.com, handles your insurance. So you think very carefully about what you choose to do next. Because last time you exclude Russia from your activities, you ended up hosting Eurovision. So who's the loser now?
On the note of being a loser, we're going to pass it over to the Earth. How are you feeling that you're winning the war on climate change?
Well, Liz, why don't you come 6 feet under and let's have a party and talk about this some more. And decide whether this is really the best way forward for the rest of humanity. I know how easy it is to sway you, my darling, and I know that in a month's time you could quite easily change your mind if a few pound notes were thrown your way or a few extra votes were thrown your way. Surely that's the That's the way to stop wrecking, is it not?
What's Liz?
I think that would be no comment. I have plenty of pounds and I need to check whether there's restrictions on parties before engaging in any party, underground or otherwise. I am not having my government toppled like the last government. And speaking of that, Putin, anyone at home who's in all of those areas of the UK that Putin mentioned about referendum votes, do not vote. They are not UN-approved votes. I say this as the PM. I am very pro the North. Just ask anyone in the Red Wall cabinet about me being pro the North. Yay, the North. Which way is North?
So we're gonna pass that over finally to the wind turbine, who is your thoughts on just the North.
Well, I mean, it's the area that I predominantly work in because people in Cornwall don't like to see their views ruined, but it's fine if it's Hull. I'm absolutely pro the North, and actually pro the North because we've got lots of hills up north, and that's where I like to stand. It's where I'm able to sort of reach a lot of people, but also be away from a lot of people, so that if I were to topple, like Liz Truss's government inevitably will, there's the, a reduced risk of me hurting people, which I think is all to the good. And, as I said, pro-North and actually pro-North.
Yeah. So I think we can all agree that we are all pro-North, apart from everybody who works in politics. And with that, we're going to go into the final game, which is things that would be funny, which is scenes we would like to see from Mock the Week, but we've named it things that would be funny. All of this is going to be improv, and we have got a series of suggestions for our panelists to come out with. So the first one that we are going to come out with is things you won't see in the new Zelda game.
Link shoots the actual queen with an actual real fucking gun.
A dungeon where the boss is just Mario pushing his finger lengthways into a hot dog bun while maintaining eye contact.
I'm just thinking there might be a new take on this. No Zelda.
Oh.
It would be the return of the fairy Navi, who can only communicate through words that are slang for genitals. A web surfing protagonist that's high on sugar. A hyperlink, if you will. Well, there's apparently there's rumored a new mechanic whereby you can only attain the Master Sword by posting far-right opinions in the in-game Hyrule version of Twitter.
Link's crossbow training, Diana edition.
I'm with KATH on this. I think no Zelda. He'll just go, well, rescuing princesses. It's just so last century.
I mean, what does successful conflict resolution look like? No, not a dungeon full of corpses. We're going to go back to the manual, Link, okay?
It's just Link practicing mindfulness.
Take a deep breath of the wild. Oh, yeah, it smells like shit.
Oh, rescuing a princess. I'm so bored. I think I'll go and play a game of chess instead. Where are those beads?
Link,
So in accordance with video game law, here is your mandated annoying miniature companion. It's just Siri, but with the voice of Matt Hancock. No, there isn't.
Fabulous. We're going to go into the next one, which is bad things to see at King Charles III's coronation.
Chicken.
Charles, look, I've checked the asparagus. It's not good news.
Gary Barlow near a piano. No.
William with a knife.
Paddington Bear fucking a swan.
Somebody with long hair taking themselves to a wall with stupidly sticky tape, which is never going to end well because they thought that they would do it as a piece of performance arts, and it's backfired spectacularly.
It would be awful to see an aged French detective excitedly holding a freshly signed arrest warrant.
I think what we're just going to see is Charles making his way up the aisle, but like on a Zimmer frame.
Guy Fawkes' great grandson.
I'll just have a naked Camilla.
Oh, yeah. Guy who claims he's Charles and Camilla's son. He's turning up. Here, Daddy, here's a present for you.
I won't do all.
Oh, sorry, Marty.
It's all good.
Meghan wearing a sleeveless dress to prove that Americans can bear arms.
I think just Boris Johnson, because no one wants him.
Oh, it would be an ABBA medley performed by David Cameron, Boris Johnson, Theresa May, and Liz Truss. Standing back to back and stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
the cast of Les Mis no longer here to pay their respects. But
Oh yeah, the Ann Summers concession stand by the exit.
Anyone from the Kebab Awards?
Yeah. Who are you wearing tonight, Camilla? Oh, Ann Summers. Oh,
Express CEO.
Okay, we're going to go into our next suggestion, which is things you wouldn't hear at a football match.
I have no feelings of pent-up anger whatsoever.
A new chant which goes, face down, ass up. That's the way we score our goals.
I've got another new chant. We ate all the pies. We ate all the pies.
We're very sorry if you're hungry. We ate all the pies. I have to tell you the kitchen's empty.
How long left? Oh God, yeah, release the leopard.
I imagine you wouldn't hear anyone bad-mouthing Rod Serling's 1956 episode of Playhouse 90, Requiem for a Heavyweight. Unlikely, I think.
It's game home, we lost the 5 children.
So
Sorry?
Oh, I'll cut you off there.
Oh.
Sorry, what was that? Yeah. So how many runs have they scored?
They've managed 4 shots and they're all drunk, so it's all creme de menthe.
The referees are trained professional. I just trust their judgment in this matter.
The sound of a referee blowing into an otter instead of a whistle. Not likely either.
Your mother is a very wholesome woman to the opposition.
You know, I think football has too much funding.
I think there's something else we could do with our time.
Okay, we're gonna go into your final suggestion, which is unlikely things to see at Freshers Week.
Someone who smells fresh.
Someone who offers... Go on.
It's okay.
Someone who offers their genuine nickname that they're actually known by.
A home-cooked meal.
So just when you join the society, we do have like a little initiation ritual. You just have to get rid of like all your morals and all your sort of backbone. And what did you think was going to happen when you joined the Young Conservatives?
Too real.
Unlikely to see a comedy society running low on white boys.
Somebody not fucking a pig.
I think pints.
Real IDs.
Oh. Brand new anal beads.
Good decisions.
Social competency.
I like that you thought that there would be anal beads, just not new ones.
It's really pre-owned, obviously.
Yeah, when I went to university, son, these were very helpful to me in the early days. I want you to have them. So best of luck. There you go.
Let's have it for my father, and this father for him, and this father for him.
I'm not very good at the emotional stuff, son, but just there you go. Just think of me when you use them, son. Think of me.
Girls with two shoes.
Badges or T-shirts that say "I'm a virgin."
Education, because it's Freshers Week. It's later.
So I'm studying maths. So if Martha has 6 apples and David has 7 apples, and I give you 4, will you be my friend?
Oh,
This will keep the doctor away for 4 days.
That's almost half. That's over half the week.
Oh, the reason we're not being stopped is because Tom is frozen again.
I wonder if he heard that and gave points appropriately or not.
He looks deeply hurt by the apple comment.
He does, pointing out the tears on his hosty face.
Yeah, I think I might be getting points deducted for that one.
Oh, so much upset.
Oh, no debt. That's unlikely to see at Freshers Week.
No,
True.
it is.
Yeah. Someone saying, "Boy, I'm so glad I chose media studies."
Steep.
Oh, he's back.
Here we go. Do you know what? That genuinely happened. I was counting the scores and about to send them to Sam to put on the screen. So that was obviously too much for my internet. But Sam, are you ready if I send you the scores?
Ooh.
Okay. I'm going to send them in the chat. And I have genuinely been keeping track the entire game. These are not made up scores. So we
That
come.
convinced me.
No, they are. As long as like no one said anything funny in the period of which, like I was gone.
We said
These
so
are-
much funny.
these are up to date.
I had one banger.
I'm hoping that everybody spent the last 45 seconds or so very mourning, going, "Where's Tom gone? It's so near the end of the show." And he's not said what the scores are. So we're going to go and announce the scores. Is that enough time for you, Sam? I don't know how much is enough time for you, Sam. Okay, so these are the scores. Elliott's team ended today's show with 76 points.
Ow.
Was Laura's team able to top that? They just managed it with their winning the poll meant that they ended today's show with 81 points.
Wow. How many of those are sympathy points by the fact that I spent the last 20 minutes dragging this from my hair?
Yeah.
Because that's been painful.
You got more points for KATH's back. In all honesty,
I'm glad my 3 weeks of pain was worth a few points.
So someone put the torture as a way to win this game, then clearly.
Into yourself in advance.
I've never caught myself saying this, but evidently I need to pass out more.
Yeah, people are like, and here's an injury I prepared earlier.
So I'm gonna just ask you all to plug the things that you're currently working on, and then I feel like we're gonna draw it to a close. Don't forget to support Blizzard Comedy on Patreon and PayPal, because they are a fantastic organisation. We'll do Elliott's team and then Laura's team. Elliott, what do you want to plug?
Once again, as always, if any of you are in Scotland, going up to Scotland every single month at the last Wednesday of the month, I run the diversity quota in Glasgow by the Glasgow Uni. It's a fun, diverse, accessible, inclusive lineup of comedians from all backgrounds every month. And next month in October, the final week of October, I'm doing the Edinburgh Horror Festival. So you come watch my fun, spooky cabaret show. Come along for those good, fun, queer, spooky times.
Fabulous stuff. And ISHI, what do you want to plug?
Okay, so a live performance for Blizzard on the 5th of December, 8th of February, 15th of February, as part of Leicester Comedy Festival. Come to a show called Love Desires Strawberries.
Fabulous stuff. And SAETH, what do you want to plug?
Blizzard live comedy on the 14th November, and in between now and then, you can generally find me making a nuisance of myself at open mics in and around York. Generally the Hole in the Wall, which is on Wednesday evenings. So I often pop up at that, so hopefully see you there.
Fabulous stuff. And I'm hoping that Jonny's going to be putting all the stuff in the chat for people to be clicking on. So Laura, what do you want to be plugging?
I want to be plugging my cat, because apparently my cat is the only thing I have worthwhile right now as part of content. But twitch.tv/Angel Interceptor. And I'm not gigging until February, where I will be appearing on the 25th of February with a show called MONMOTH stands in front of a stream for 55 minutes, 23 seconds. Hilarity ensues. And somewhere there's a cat.
Fabulous. And Eddie, what do you want to plug?
You can find out where I'm doing improv stuff by looking for Discount Comedy Checkout on the social medias. Eddie French, EDDIE French, and you can find me on Bandcamp as well. I don't have any funny songs on there, but I do have the digital 7-inch I recorded over lockdown, which is 2 original songs, which I like. And IC News podcast, subscribe to that because it's very funny, and I'll probably crop up on it. One of the few performers on there who does not actually do anything on there under their own name. So if you hear what sounds like a made-up name and a voice that could potentially be mine, it could be me.
Fabulous. And Kath, what do you want to plug?
Yeah, so when I'm back gigging, all my stuff will be on my socials. But yeah, we're launching something mid-October, so that'll be on my socials. And yeah, otherwise get yourself along to the Women in Comedy Festival. If I can walk, I'll get to some shows. So do go see everyone else who hasn't had long COVID this year and so forth. Do their shows, not mine.
Fabulous stuff. So yeah, go follow all the people who've seen today, because I think it has been a fabulous show. I think I hope that you enjoyed watching it as well. Do not forget to support Blizzard on Patreon and PayPal, and follow them and subscribe on their Twitch. If you're interested in me, I I've got a show at the Glossop Comedy Festival coming up in a few weeks. In Glossop this Wednesday. I've got I do stuff with Comedy Sports, which is an improv troupe in Manchester, and I also do YouTube videos at Hot Storm Productions, and I've got a Twitch, which is Hot Storm Productions, and I'm going to be doing probably my first Twitch stream back since sorting out my setup. Which, given how today's stream has gone, that could be equally chaotic. But yeah, if you're interested, Hot Storm Productions. But yeah, honestly, follow all the people that you saw today, because I feel like this has been a particularly strong in terms of all the guests and all the people who I think has made the show amazing. And thank you for watching. And watch the next Blizzard live, and come and watch them on Twitch, because this is on monthly as well, where Jonny will be able to show you how to actually host this show and not look. Right. Have a good one. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.